So you want to know how much a new truck scale costs? Well, this is a number that has changed quite a bit over the past couple of years, unfortunately, with all the rising costs that have been passed on by the truck scale manufacturers. So stay tuned and we'll get the current truck scale price data to you. At the time of this video, a standard 70-foot long above-ground steel deck truck weight scale costs around $70,000. That's all steel construction with standard analog load cells. You could upgrade to digital load cells in some cases up front without too many significant costs. The other costs to consider include the following things. With a truck scale project, you will need a concrete truck scale foundation for the truck scale to be placed on. In many cases, your scale company can provide this concrete foundation as part of the quote and could handle things like scale foundation excavation and pouring the foundation. Or you could do this yourself through a contractor and perhaps save a little money since truck scale manufacturers will provide foundation drawings. Please note that pouring foundation for truck scales requires accuracy and is a little more complex than, say, pouring a small concrete slab beside your house for playing basketball. So if you plan to do this, make sure you use a good contractor. Obviously, the upfront cost for the foundation can vary quite a bit depending on things like scale platform size or if there are any poor ground soil conditions that are present. Truck scales have a variety of choices available when it comes to guide rails, which run all the way down the side of the scale. Some customers choose low guide rails, while others prefer or are required to use larger double rails. The costs on these rails are usually somewhere between $5,000 to $8,000. The truck scale will need to be offloaded by a crane. Your scale company can add the crane cost to the bill, or you can coordinate that on your end and save a little money as well. The crane cost consists of the crane itself along with the operator. The scale will need to be installed by state-certified scale technicians. The techs will assist with safely setting the scale platforms onto the foundation. Then the scale platforms are anchored into place, 8 load cells are installed, load cell cables are run and wired to the junction boxes, digital indicator is set up, remote display is set up, and the scale is then ready to be tested. At this point, scale technicians use certified weights to test the truck scale and calibrate it. Installation and calibration from a reputable scale service company typically costs somewhere around $3,000. One more thing regarding truck scale prices. You would need to add the cost of basic weight indicator, ticket printer, and remote display into the project. That would be around $3,500. Another number that you have to factor into your budget is the freight cost of the flatbed truck. Typical flatbed scale freight charges for truck scale modules are usually around $3,000 to $5,000, but keep in mind that this will vary depending on where the scale ships from and where it's going. So at this time, when you add all of this up, a 70 by 11 steel deck above ground trunk scale with basic foundation and installation would probably cost somewhere around $115,000 or so. So keep in mind you will also have to provide your building next to the scale as well as the appropriate approaches for driving on and off the scale. This is just a rough estimate of truck scale costs, and they can certainly change, and probably will. Whether this is your first truck scale or you've priced them before, I hope that we've answered many of your questions about truck scale costs. Thank you so much for watching our video, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.